I'm Ellen Rogers, editor of US Glass Magazine, and why am I at Tampere University today? Keep watching to find out. It takes one serious event to bring the global glass industry to Tampere, Finland. So you can bet that Glass Performance Days, or GPD as we call it, will not disappoint. And this year's event is extra special because it also marks the retirement of Jorma Vitkala, GPD organizing chair. We'll be talking to Jorma a bit later this week, so keep watching for that. But first, let's get started with education, which is what brought us to the university. Specially focused workshops have been going on, and today we learned about North American standards. Both Bill Lingnell, an industry consultant, and Julie Schimmelpenning with Eastman Chemical are heavily involved with standards development. We talked with them about why bringing a session like this to GPD is important.
What this actually does is it kind of gives the rest of the glass world an idea of what we're doing in North America. There's a lot of work that we've done on the E1300 and on many of our other glass standards over the years, and they keep evolving and improving and get to the point where engineers and architects and glazing contractors and other glass fabricators and users can get the most up-to-date information. And there's a lot of foreign entities that now do work in our country, and so many times they have to meet the standards that we have in the United States, and we hope that this gives them some idea of the background and fundamentals and history and what's present and what's to come in these standards that we have evolved so far.
Well, I think, as we all know, that the world is getting so much smaller, and the interchange of materials and whatnot across the globe is getting faster and faster. And each of us need to understand what's required in our countries for the products. And it's not acceptable to say, oh, my standards are good and they need to be good everywhere. Our federal government only allows and requires certain things, and so it's very important for them to understand and know what they have to meet, versus having the materials on the ground and saying, I'm sorry, it doesn't comply. So they need to be aware, just like we need to be aware of what their standards say and where the differences are.
Silicone glazing is a popular architectural design feature. John Kimberlin with Dow was part of another workshop today that addressed some of these unique considerations.
Well, today we had a workshop on the use of finite element in the calculation for structural silicone joints, including new and novel methods to help simplify that process, because in using finite element it can get somewhat sophisticated. As you see people designing more complex facades or utilizing finite element, they want to be able to integrate in a holistic way in their design process, so it hopefully gets to a better decision faster. So what we're trying to do is provide people with tools and material data so that they can incorporate that into their design process.
Rob Carlson with TriStar Glass is a first-time GPD participant and attended today's North American Standards workshop. He told me he was excited to attend the conference because of the huge amount of knowledge the event offers, and he's already learned a lot from just one session.
Yeah, so I had attended the GlassCon Global seminar last year in Chicago, and it's got a very similar format, and after attending that and really seeing like the scope and the breadth of all the like scientific things that you actually get to learn about glass and answer the questions that normally there's no one around to talk to or ask or help you figure these things out. It opens up the dialogue and the discussions that people want to have, that if you're a glass nerd or a glass scientist, this is the place to be. I thought it was a great workshop. I'd never really heard the history behind ASTM E1300 and then the direction that they're going with it and the way that it was developed and what, like how you could take information from that and extrapolate it yourself.
Be sure to stay tuned to usglassmag.com for our ongoing coverage of GPD 2019, and also follow us on social media for updates. Thanks for watching. I'm Ellen Rogers.